Ladies and gentlemen, cats and kittens, boys and girls, I am Carvenor, and I hope all is warm and well in your world. I'm here to entertain, maybe make you laugh, perhaps a smile or two. But if you would rather go watch someone else, then I can't blame you.
Ladies and gentlemen, cats and kittens, boys and girls, I am Carvenor. Welcome to my channel. I hope all is warm and well in your world today. Things are okay here. Not too bad. Everybody have a good Thanksgiving, I hope. I hope so. Hope you had enough turkey to put yourself into a coma for a few hours. Because that is the whole purpose and point of Thanksgiving, is turkey coma. I mean, what else is it for? I guess you could say it's for, like, seeing family and stuff, but, psh, come on. We all know it's turkey. And can I get a hell yeah from all the fucking dark meat lovers out there? Because, let me tell you what, there ain't nothing worse than getting a plate full of turkey and it being that white, dry-ass fucking meat that you have to cover with goddamn gravy to make it taste fucking like anything. Dark meat is where it's at. Dark meat, you put that shit, leftovers on 2 pieces of bread, heat that shit up a little bit, put it on 2 pieces of bread. It is a badass fucking sandwich. You cannot say the same about white meat. If you put it between 2 pieces of bread without something and heat it up in a microwave, put it between 2 pieces of bread, it is going to be the dry shit. It's going to be worse than a fucking cracker. You're going to be like, oh, that's just got to chew forever. Dark meat has actual moisture. You know what I'm saying? It holds the grease a little bit better as well. It's just all around the better section of a turkey is the legs and the thighs. Fuck that breast shit. And some time ago, for some reason, I don't know why, and this is partly, I mean, it's not entirely, but it didn't help making me not, because I'm not much of a holidays type of person. I'm just not. It's just another day for me, generally. I'm not saying, that I don't believe in holidays and I don't believe in Christmas or anything like that. It's just, once you get to a certain point, it's just like, it's not a big deal anymore. Christmas is, especially, now, everybody out there hears, older people say time flies, the older you get, the faster it goes. That's no fucking lie. Because it's no lie. It's the honest to God truth. That's what fucking happens. So it's literally for a kid who's only experienced like maybe 2 Christmases, a whole year is like, I mean, it might as well be a fucking lifetime. But to somebody who like me who's in their 50s, a year is like literally snapping your finger and it's like, goddamn, has it been a year already? Yes, it has. So it loses some of the magic for me. So my family a couple of years ago, for one thing, they all decided I wasn't given the questionnaire or the vote ballot. I didn't have a say in any of this, but a few years ago, I don't know, it's been probably about 10 or more, we started eating fucking Thanksgiving dinner at fucking 2 in the goddamn afternoon. I'm sorry. I don't give a shit that it's a special day, blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. If you're eating fucking dinner at 2 in the fucking afternoon, you should be put in a goddamn nursing home. Bottom fucking line. If you are eating fucking dinner at 2 fucking p.m., which is most people would be having a late lunch at 2 fucking p.m., and you're no, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. But then also, they decided at some point in time, and again, I did not get a ballot on this. I did not receive notification or the memo or the family newsletter or what the fuck ever it was, that we would no longer be serving dark meat. So like, I am apparently the only motherfucker in my family, as hard as this might be to believe, that eats dark meat. That eats turkey dark meat. It's okay. So they got to the point to where for a couple years there, they would buy a fucking turkey leg apart from this fucking dry ass mound of fucking turkey breast meat, so that I would have something to fucking eat. And I just got to the point that I was just like, you know what? I don't think I really want to participate in this shit anymore. Because it is clearly not set up with me in mind. Not that it has to be. But you know, when everything about it is kind of counter, you're kind of like, yeah, I'm just gonna not show up anymore. Because me in particular, I work a night shift, right? So I go to work at 3 or 4, depending on what day it is, right? 3 or 4. And I'm a cook. So I don't, maybe it's just me, but I don't eat much. I'm a cook, so I nibble all day at work, right? And then I come home and I eat in the middle of the night, because I'm also a night person. And maybe that's just part of who I am as a character, and maybe that's the point of the flaw of it in this whole argument that I'm trying to make it. But regardless of which, so I have to get up at fucking noon, because I generally don't get up more than an hour before I go to work. You know, I don't see any need ever of having to do anything more than that. And people think that's weird too. It's like, Jesus Christ, what time do day shift people wake up to go to their job? Do you think that they fucking wake up at fucking midnight and just sit the fuck around all day? No. People that work night shift do not just sit around all goddamn day waiting for their shift to roll around. That's absolutely stupid to even consider. But some people do think that. So eating a big ass fucking turkey dinner, like literally an hour after you've rolled out of fucking bed, is not good. Oh shit, I don't know where that was. Trust in the group. Trust in the group on that one. It's usually a bad thing to do. But I put faith in the group on that one, because I paid attention to where the grapes were, where the bananas were, and where the watermelon was, and oh, we're all fucked if that's not the right one. But yeah. But this year, I was lucky enough that my mom did the cooking. So she made a whole turkey instead of whatever the fuck it is that they usually do. And I got all the dark meat. I was like, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. There'll be sandwiches well, at least 2 more sandwiches. That's probably what I'm gonna have very soon. Is eat the rest of my. What is this one? What's the purpose? Destroy objects. How do we do that? Is there a punch? How do I punch shit? more, assholes. I don't understand. Where do I get the chickens? Why does everybody have a fucking chicken? I don't have a chicken. Do I have a chicken? There's the chicken. Why did you motherfucker? Yeah, I'm not doing well on this one. Okay. Stop hitting me, assholes. Okay. I feel like I didn't deserve that. But I will take it, I guess. So that's how my Thanksgiving went. Essentially, I sat at a house working on Season 2 of the CGW Simulated Wrestling Federation. And finishing up the latest album that I just released of The Circle. Their third album. They now have 3. This one's called Infected. And I will play a song from it right now.
Where am I gonna go? I don't know. How am I gonna get there? Not quite certain. If you tag along, then this is short. Your experience is sure to worsen. See, I have this effect. I can't explain it. It radiates out with no preference. Friended for like inconsequential. In my proximity, no one is safe since I'm a danger to myself and others. Your best bet is to seek some cover. I'm not sure the curse I'm under, but I'm a danger to myself and others. I wish I could say it wasn't deliberate, for just a faint touch is purely by chance. The actuality is I'm such a mean person, the smile on my face is part of my dance. With delicate steps, much like a ballerina's, I'll pivot and turn and kick you in the face. Intentional or not, the effect is lasting, a permanent reminder you will forever taste. Cause I'm a danger to myself and others. You be advised to seek out cover. My fate isn't like any other. I'm a danger to myself and others. What can I do? I'm a danger to you. You're too at risk with so much to lose. I can't let you choose to fall under this ruse. You're too naive, I won't pay those dues. Cause I'm a danger to myself and others. 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 Yeah! I'm a danger to myself and others. I advise you to duck and cover. I'm not sure the curse I'm under, but I'm a danger to myself and others. I'm a danger to myself and others. You better seek and find some cover. My fate isn't like any other. Cause I'm a danger to myself and others.
And I believe that should do it. What do you think? What do you think? Is that not pretty badass? I picked that song because I really liked how it turned out. I really liked how it turned out. And also because there's a gentleman who's a regular commenter on some of my videos who said that was his favorite off of the latest album. So I thought I'd just throw that out there for him. I don't think he watches the Fall Guys and Fortnite stuff. So far, he really likes the music CDs that I put out, which I think is awesome, and I thank him profusely for that. And he likes the Throne and Liberty videos, which I have to get back to. It's been too long. But as of... Fuck you, fan! Motherfucker! Oh, I hate you! Get further fucking fuck you! So yeah, I thought I'd throw that one out there. He's a pretty cool guy. Seems to dig my shit. Gets my vibe. Which is what you know. I'm going this way. Last minute change of direction. I think this would be the smarter play. Oh, that was not the smarter play. Nope. Oh, there's no way. Nope. Fuck you! Fuck you! No! Me and the green guy. Me and the green guy. Run, run. Wish there was a boost. Shit! But yeah, so I've got 3 albums now by The Circle. And if you don't know who The Circle is, I will explain who this band of 4 badass women are. And you would know that there's 4 badass women if you see the cover of the second album, and the third one has all 4 of their faces, but the second one is like a group picture of all 4 of them. They are, excuse me, I burped there. Characters from the women's division of the CTW Simulated Wrestling Federation. Original characters that I've been making for years, especially the lead singer and bass player, Winters Lane. She is the first female that I ever made for one of the wrestling games when they first made it possible for you to make female characters, because like the first, I want to say the first 3 SmackDowns, you couldn't make female characters. None of the games prior to whichever one of the SmackDowns it was that allowed you to do that could you make women. So she was the first one that I made. She was based off of, I don't know if anybody is familiar, or that, you know, you would probably have to be my age to know what the fuck I'm talking about, but way back when there was this channel called MTV, and all they played all day long was music videos. That's it. Just music videos. Except for the weekends at like midnight, I think. Might have been 11 p.m. On Sundays, I think, they had this show called Liquid Television, which was like independent animators doing these little weird, you know, kind of, it was a lot of one-shot little things and stuff like that, but there were a few ongoing series as well within that show. You know, like Aeon Flux, that's where that show came from, was Liquid Television. But they had this one that was like part puppets, part live action, part animation, called Winter Steel. And it was just this crazy, stupid, over the top, violent biker chick named Winter Steel. She had all kinds of leather and tattoos, and she had white hair, and she I think she was looking for her boyfriend, but me and my sister just loved that one because it was so ridiculous and stupid, and so I based it off her. Her actual original name was Winter Steel, and then I was like, no, I gotta change it, because this is my character. This is not somebody else's character that I'm co-opting, so I gotta change her name. So I changed it to Winters Lane instead. No, what did you do that for? Oh, everything's going all wrong now. Everything's going horrible. I had it. What are you doing? What are you sweating for? Just fucking climb, you lazy ass. So I changed her name to Winters Lane, but that's who she's based off of. So yeah, it's her, and a few games ago, I want to say it was 2K18. Yeah, it was 2K18, because that's the one. Because 2K14, I didn't have. I owned everyone up to 2K14, and then 2K14 killed my fucking PlayStation 3, and I was like, you know what? I'm sick of this because it gives the 2K games give you so much shit that you can do, but at the time, the systems couldn't keep up with it. You know what I'm saying? So you could have 100 characters, all their move sets, 100 entrances for each one of them, 100 victory scenes for each one of them. You can have, I think it's like 50 fucking arenas. You can have all this shit, and then the PlayStation 3 would be like, I can't handle all of this, and it eventually killed my game, killed my thing. So I was like, fuck this, I'm not fucking with any more of these games until the fucking systems can fucking handle what they build into the game to allow you to use. So people would be like, well, what do you expect? You put that much shit in the game. Well, they put the shit in there, so they intended you to use it. So it should be usable. You should be able to do all of it, and the game continue to run. Because otherwise, take out 50 of the characters. Take out half of the arenas. You know what I'm saying? If it's going to bog your system down so much to utilize all of these spaces for shit, because nowhere in it does it say, yeah, you can have 100 characters and you can have 50 arenas, but you can't have them at the same time. That doesn't say that any fucking where. So, I got pissed off at the entire franchise because it had been getting to that point that it would lock up a lot when I would try to build stuff and do stuff, from one game to the next. And finally I was like, alright, fuck this. I'm gonna sit out for a while until the systems catch up with what this fucking game says you can do. So I picked back up and with 2K18. Yes, because it was free on the PlayStation Plus with PlayStation Plus membership. So I said, yeah, I'll give it a shot. And it was so fucking awesome, dude. I was like, oh my god, this is so smooth. But I didn't, because it was on PlayStation Plus, the servers had been shut down a long time ago, so I couldn't upload anything to make it unique. So the first game that I was really able to do that with was it was 2K20, to be honest, because 2K20 had just come out. I mean, literally had just come out. So I was like, fuck yeah, I'll go get 2K20. That motherfucking game was as broke as I have ever seen a fucking game. It was absolutely a fucking atrocious whatever company took over for, I can't remember the original company, Jake's maybe, I'm not sure who it was. But just absolutely, it sucked balls. It was horrible. You couldn't do anything with it, and even after the fucking patches, it was still largely fucking useless. It's for if you're one of those people who plays the wrestling game to play the wrestling game, you had absolutely no problem, because you could totally do that. But if you're one of the people who are like me, who want to go in and build your own universe, essentially with your own characters, your own original characters, and you want to create something, a game within a game, essentially, it was useless. So I remember vividly, I had 20 for like just a couple days, and finally I started looking to see if 2K19 was still had community service, and it did. And I immediately picked up my phone and called the GameStop closest to me, and I said, do you have a physical copy of 2K19? And he was like, we have one used copy. I said, you hold that motherfucker with your life. I will be there in a few minutes. And so far, nothing has topped 2K19. 2K19 was fucking flawless. I mean, there might be the rare occasional little glitchy leg movement or arm movement, very rarely, but largely that motherfucker is solid. Solid. And that one was the first one that I really got to play with the create a system with, and uploading my own content to the server, and using it to create my people. But it was very rough. I didn't entirely know what I was doing, and and this carried over into 2K 22, because there was no 2K21. That's how bad 2K20 sucked. 2K20 sucked so bad that it killed the next year's game. That's how bad it sucked. So, but yeah, that carried over into 2K22 as well. I had some of the shadings and the hues and the saturation on some of the faces isn't quite right, and so I learned a lot between 2K19 and 2K20, to the point that now I have things set. So all I've got to do essentially from one game to the next, this time, is just use the materials that I've already created for the previous games. So, like I want to create Winter's Lane in the next game. Well, I've got her tattoos set up. I've got the face ready to go. It's in a little folder that I've got an album on my laptop that has all the characters and all their logos, particular logos, and all that shit. Now, the reason it has taken so long this time is because for 2K24, I'm having to do those tweaks and those, making sure that everybody's skin tones are right and what I want it to be, and making sure that the tattoos are not as, that are a little more clear than they were last time, and all kinds of little things like that. Plus, I'm making, instead of what I've got right now, which is one federation. The CTW is one federation with a men's division and a women's division, and I'm changing that up to be a men's federation, a CTW men's federation, and a CTW women's federation. So I'm having to double the men's characters and the women's characters. Luckily, I have a lot of them ready to go, because I've made a lot of characters over the years, and so that don't always get transferred from one game to the next. Sometimes I'm like, hey, I think I'm going to make this group this time, or hey, I'm going to make this group this time. So I'm going to be able to incorporate everybody into it. Now I'm not going to be able to interact. Like, there's not going to be any mixed tag matches, and I won't have the occasional, maybe guest valet for one of the dudes, because Winter's Lane, sorry, I got that on my brain now, started out as a valet for a team that I have in the men's division called the Eliminators. The two guys are Hunter and Assassin, and they were they were the first 6 or 7 of them that I made, really. Get out of my way. I'm trying to get my egg. I'm all fucked up. I'm on the wrong side and everything. So occasionally, I think I've had her show up once or twice with them, and valet for them. And then, of course, there's Johnny Dangerous and his wife, Mary Jane Dangerous. They've occasionally showed up for each other. Special big tag matches, or big title matches, things like that. So I won't be able to do that, and that's unfortunate. I considered for a while, selecting the people that were directly connected, like a man and a woman, or valet, or a husband and wife. and thinking, well, I could just put those faces and tattoos and shit on the other one, and you know, just for whenever. But I was like, no. Because that would take spaces from, you know. Essentially, I'm wanting to cut back as much as I can on the monotony of the repetition of, you know, the same people fighting the same people kind of thing. And with 50, you would think that, you know, among 50 dudes or 50 girls that would be enough. You know, 50 would be enough, but you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. So there's a lot of work involved. Plus, on top of all that shit in the game that I'm doing, and all the stuff that I'm photoshopping and image editing and all that stuff, I'm also writing and or creating entrance music for everybody, because you can't use the copyrighted entrance music on the game. And I tried to do a service like, I think Pixabay or something like that, that's supposed to have free music, and they say, yeah, it's free, but they'll hit you with a copyright strike, or claim, not a strike, a claim. So just give them this form when they do. And I was like, I'm not gonna fill out 20-25 fucking forms a goddamn week. You know, one for the show, then music for each one of the wrestlers, which if I do 6, you know, 6 matches, that's gonna be 12 different entrance musics I'll need for 6 matches. Plus, like I said, the shows. And that's 2 shows a week. So that would be like 24 times a week that I would have to fucking send in this fucking piece of paperwork saying, hey, they say I have the right to this music. So I discovered, oh, fuck you. So I discovered an AI app, started using it. Saz was the first one I found, which I'm pretty sure is what everybody fucking, all the YouTubers use, because it sounds fuzzy. And, I mean, you can hear, it's like, imagine, if you will, a song, right? And every instrument, you know, you've got a line moving across, a wavy line moving across a screen, right? And then there's for the vocals, and then there's one for the drums, and then there's one for the bass, and then there's one for the guitar, and then there's one for the rhythm guitar or a piano or whatever. And you can hear all those lines separately and cleanly, but you can also hear them working together, right, to make the song. Well, with Saz, what it sounds like is that all of those separate lines are slapped together into one line, and it makes it sound fuzzy. That's the best way I can explain it. Like it's making a song out of noise, but you can still hear the noise. Does that make sense? So I made a couple songs that I really like that I'm gonna end up using, and they're a little cleaner than some of the other ones that I've attempted. But then I found this program called, or this app called Udio, U-D-I-O. If anybody out there does anything with music, if you're just somebody who toys around and fiddles with fucking lyrics, just writing fucking, or maybe poetry, dude, check it out. Check out Udio, because you have a lot more control over it than some of the other ones that I've experimented with. There's a lot more that you can accomplish with it, and it sounds real. It sounds real. Like, no shit, it sounds real. Like you can hear the vocals. You can hear them draw breath, before they sing and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like when you inhale before you do a loud line of the chorus or something, you can hear that. That's how fucking accurate the shit is. You can hear them breathing. It's fucking crazy, dude. So that's, yeah, so I'm making that music, the entrances. Oh yeah, that was lackluster. And then also, I'm also kind of fulfilling my own former dreams from when I was younger of being in a rock band by making this metal band of these characters and turning it into, you know, using all of my songs, because I've got like a fucking volumes of fucking songs from my days as a singer-songwriter in my 20s, my teens to late 20s. And I've been just turning those songs and using this fictional all-girl metal band as the voice for my songs that no one ever got to hear. So, you know, there's a little bit of self-fulfillment there, and I can't deny, because, you know, I'm a singer-songwriter at heart. It's just not something that I get to practice anymore. And it's just another creative aspect of myself that I'm able to satiate, you know what I'm saying, after over 20 years maybe. So, you know, it's taking some time. And I'm not stopping the playthroughs. It's still bothering me that I don't have time to do the playthroughs, because I really want to do the playthroughs. It's just, there's a lot on my plate right now, and something has to take a back seat, and that's unfortunately what it has to be. Because, you know, I don't do anything creative. I mean, and in my opinion, for playthroughs, you know? I mean, the thumbnails, maybe you could say you get a little creative with the thumbnails, and I try to put jokes on some of them, like I give a lot of, like if you've seen my Stellar Blade thumbnails, you know that sometimes I like to do lewd jokes with them. So, you know, at times. I try to be funny. Sometimes I think I'm successful. Sometimes I make myself laugh, and really, I don't give a fuck. If you don't laugh, if I laugh, fuck you. But, so, you know. Here it is. So, these creating the universe, and doing my music is something that actually fulfills a part of me. That the playthroughs, I mean, I love the playthroughs. I love doing playthroughs. I truly do. I love talking. Because that's what I do with a game anyway, is I talk shit to the game. It's just now somebody else, people out there can hear me talking shit to the game. That's essentially all it is. But the universe, and in particular the music, writing the music is fulfills a creative side of me that the playthroughs just don't. You know, and if, like I said, and plus to mention, the majority of my views that I get are from my wrestling universes. I know you think that's crazy, but it's the truth. If you go and look at my videos, not necessarily playlists, but just look at my most recent videos and go back down through them, you will see that it's the wrestling videos, the simulated universes, that get the most views. And And in particular, and I knew it was going to be that way, is the WTF, which is my World Thought Federation, which is the one that consists of some of my favorite female celebrities of various genres, as I say at the end of my videos. You suck, dickhead. I had a line going and you fucked me, man. I messed myself up by being this close to the edge. Okay, we're good. Let's just cut you off, bitch. Oh, nope, go this way. That one is but that's the one that does the best. Which I knew it would. When I first started doing my videos, because I always knew that was what I was gonna do my videos of. When I started, it was like, it's gonna be my wrestling federations. I mean, what else can it be? So, oh yeah, oh no, oh shit. So I started out with my original characters, and I wasn't gonna do the WTF at first, but my original stuff wasn't getting a whole lot of views, and I was like, I'm gonna have to give people the pussy. I mean, that's, if I want views, I'm gonna have to give people the pussy. So I started up, I guess about 4 or 4.5 months later, maybe 5, I started up the WTF, and immediately it was some of the first videos and shit, and I would probably be getting more views even now, but I've stopped putting the match card in the description, which I need to get back to doing, because those first few videos, man, it would be fucking, I got 1,000 or more on several of them, and some of them are late bloomers. Like even now today, I will look, and one of them from like 2 months ago will have like just suddenly a bunch of views and hours watched, and I'm like, what the fuck? So people just randomly find those and watch them, and it's, like I said, primarily it's the WTF, and that one I will get to work on later, but I think I have given myself enough time, and I haven't doubled it. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be some new girls in that one, and some people I'm dropping, because I've left, I think it's 10 spaces open. There, I think it's what I'd left open that I have, that just had additional outfits for certain people, you know. So I am adding 10 more characters, plus some dropping a few and adding a few, but it's not going to be anywhere near as extensive as the job that I'm doing on the CTW. But that's not until May, so I have all kinds of time for that one. And I got too absorbed in making 3 videos a day, because I was wanting to pump as much content out there as I could, partly to get myself into the algorithm as best I could, and secondly so that I would have shit for people to watch. Like, you know, when somebody stumbles across my channel, and, you know, because they watch, say, I don't know, one of my first Descendant videos, and they're like, well, I want to see some more of his first Descendant videos, or I want to see what else he got to play, then there's all sorts of other shit already there for them to check out. So that, you know, so that was part of what it was. I've been doing this a year, and I have 400 videos now. I think I passed, yeah, I'm like at 404, I think, or something like that. So I have a lot of fucking content for people. So, yeah. But again, those aren't the playlists, or playthroughs aren't as important to me. And again, not saying that they're not important, not saying that I don't enjoy doing them, because I know how people overreact to shit. I'm getting them out as I can get them out. You know what I'm saying? I've still got my rotation for what's next. The next one is the last goddamn video I will have to make for that piece of fucking shit game, The Last Guardian. I have one more video. One more, and I can fucking delete that son of a bitch from my fucking PlayStation and fucking spit on it. I fucking hate that game. Hate that game. Hate that game. But anyway, it's just like I said. And my schedule will get back to normal once I get this CTW shit fixed. You know, it's just, I need time. As it is, but that's what it was. I got so obsessed with making those 3 videos a day that I kind of lost track of how much time that I needed to get the second season rolling in a brand new game. So, I kind of fucked myself, and it is my fault. I don't blame anybody else but me. I know what I did. I know what I did wrong. I didn't mean to do it wrong. But sometimes, that's just the way it works. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Dude, you got in the wrong place, buddy. Sorry, big guy. Oh, that sucked. That's alright, I just need 2 more. Yep. So that's why the videos have not been coming out as quickly as normal. I feel like I'm having to explain that in every video that I make right now, where I am and why videos aren't coming out at the same rate that they were. It's just because I'm working on something. And it's big, and I'm making it big because my intention is that I'm going to play this of CTW. I'm gonna play this particular game save for 2 years. I'm not gonna turn around immediately and do this shit again for 25. It's not gonna happen. Now, I'm considering holding off and using 25 to make the next season of WTF. That's true. Because that would be easier for me all around. Because then I could have them. It's just another complication added to it is the fact that, I mean, it has nothing to do with the delay, but it's just a general complication of the whole process, is that you can't have more than 1 game save on a PlayStation. Luckily, I have a PS4, a PS4 Pro, and a PS5. So luckily, and the PS4 and the PS5 are both under my primary account, and my PS4 Pro is under my secondary account. Oh, I need eggs. Egg. Flap. Run. So I've got a way, you know, to make sure that I can have everything. That probably would have counted as his. That egg. Got me. Motherfucker. Touch me like that. That's a grabby on that side. Blam! And then on that one, I will probably also set it up to play it for 2 years. So that the next time I would have to redo the CTW would be 2026. I know that's planning a long way ahead, but you're thinking, wow, do you intend to do that for this long? Yeah, I do. Even if this channel doesn't fucking pick up, I'm still gonna do it. You know? Because it's like a chronicle, you know? It's a chronicle of me. It's almost like a diary. It's like, you know, this is the shit that I did. I mean, you know, you can, now you have to admit that there is some bit of skill involved with what I'm doing. You know, it's not like I'm just randomly throwing out fucking faces and being like, yeah, that's good. Yeah, that sucked. You know, or just roughshotting shit and calling it stupid names. Like, you should see some of the community creations that are posted. You know, and people, there's different skill levels, but some of it is just atrocious. There's much like with anything, there's levels of ability. Some people are better at it, and even just creating names. It's like, God, that doesn't sound realistic or authentic at all. And you can say the same thing. Winter's Lane, boy, that sounds dumb. Yeah, probably. But her bandmates are there's Winter's Lane, who is the lead singer and bass player. Then there is Yvetta Raynette, who is the lead guitarist. Then there is Rose the Rocker Rolando, who is the rhythm guitarist and piano player, or you know, keyboard, whatever is called for. And then there is Olivia Burnstorm, who is the drummer. And they all do vocals and background vocals and harmonies and the whole 9 yards. I'm telling you right now, if you like metal, if you like hard rock, if you like scream singing, if you like angry women, you will love The Circle. I'm telling you right now, there are 3 albums on my channel right now. There's Ideation, that's the first one. Then there's Blackened, which is the second one. And the latest one, Infected. Each one has 12 songs, all original lyrics written by me, 100% by me, and given form by, how did that motherfucker do that? That was something slung him up there or something. And given form by the Udio. And how you use that is that, you know, you have your prompt list for how, you know, genre, instruments, mood, feel, you know, over all that. Then you have an area where you can put in custom lyrics, and you put in your lyrics, and you just sort them, you know, make sure that they're clearly marked as you know, just look at the tips. Trust in the tips, because the first album I didn't know the tips. And then I read them before I made the second album, and I was like, oh, okay, so you do have more control of the form of your song. Okay. So you can more clearly sort verses from choruses, from bridges, from solos, and that kind of shit, right? But if you like that kind of music, if you're in this moment, New Year's Day, Butcher Babies, Bandmade, Baby Metal, if that's the kind of shit that you're into, check out The Circle. I cannot stress it enough. It is good fucking music. I listen to it all the time and find myself more and more find myself more and more starting to forget that it's me. It's essentially that it's essentially my music, because it's a different voice. It's not my voice. It's a woman's voice. But that's how you do it. So you put in your prompts, you put in your lyrics, and then you hit generate, and Udio gives you 2 at a time. And then you just keep generating, because sometimes it'll be an awesome fucking song and you're like, yes, this is fucking badass. And then in the end, it completely flubs for like 3 or 4 lines and you're like, God damn it. Or it'll put in some weird fucking change out of nowhere because sometimes a weird change out of nowhere works. Sometimes it's just like, what the fuck just happened there? And then you just pick which one is closest to the vision you had. Oh, I got disconnected. Which one is closest to the vision that you had. Am I still recording? Okay, the screen glowing black like that kind of unnerved me. I think we got time for one more, so we'll go one more. And then you just pick, like I said, whichever one is closest to your vision or how you saw the song. And sometimes it's something that's completely different from that you're like, ooh, I really like that. So yeah, if you're even remotely musically inclined, if you're somebody like me who did it who fucked around with bands in their youth and have lyrics sitting around that are still always in the back of your head, that you're just like, gosh, I wish somebody could fucking hear that. Hey, look into it. Trust me, look into it. Play around with the app and you'll be like, oh, this is so fucking awesome. You can essentially create tailor-made music just for you. I mean, technically you could create album upon album upon album just for you, that only you would ever listen to. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to share the girls of the world. And it just happened to work out that way. It was all just happened to work out that way. I had always intended that Winters was in a metal band, that she was a bass player. That was always part of her story. And you motherfuckers not letting me on that bitch, starting to anger me. And it was just, what's that word? Serendipity. Yes, that's the word. It was just serendipity that all this shit occurred, and I was like, oh shit, she's in a metal band. Oh shit, I could just, and I had her entire band. Yvetta has not appeared. This 2024 will be her first appearance in the game, but she existed. I just was like, they just haven't been able to talk her into fucking joining the Federation yet. And so finally they've talked her into joining them in the wrestling arena. But finding that app was just like, click, of course. I made these girls a metal band, so why not fucking start making music for them to kind of promote at the same time promote my music and this simulated wrestling federation that I've created. why not do that? And I'm glad I did. Check it out. You'll like it. If that's the sort of thing you like, then you'll really like that sort of thing. So yeah. So that's what I've been up to. You know. That's what I've been doing. Alright. We're in the punch bowl again. Not sure of my chances. Unfair. Well, shit. That sucked. I got second place last week. Second place last week. I'm just wanting to point that out right now, that I got second place last week. Alright, quit back to menu. Alright. So, thank you so much, everybody, for being here. If you've made it this far in the video, hit the goddamn subscribe button. Seriously, what the fuck are you fucking around for? If you have put up with my bullshit this far into the fucking video, click the subscribe button, because why wouldn't you? Why would you watch an entire video all the way through and then be like, yeah, I ain't gonna watch that guy's shit anymore? You wouldn't. If you can sit through an entire episode of the shit that I'm spewing out, then you need more of it. And where there's no other place to find the shit that I spew out but from me. Where else are you gonna go for my shit but to me? I have a monopoly on my shit. So yeah, subscribe, like, comment, share. You know, any of those things are very helpful and very appreciated. But I can't make you do it. I can only say it helps. Please. If you could see your way clear. Now, I would say at this point to check out my 2 simulated wrestling federations. But considering that that's all I talked about for the entire episode, I don't think it's really necessary, other than to say the CTW men's division is Monday, women's division is Wednesday, and the WTF is on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and both will have at least one pay-per-view a month towards the end of the month. And then, as I've also mentioned, I've got several playthroughs of other games. That's a pretty varied selection. I've got some horror in there. I've got some racing games. I've got action games. I've got MMOs. I've got, you know, all kinds of stuff at the moment. I've got Fall Guy and Fortnite. Lots of stuff for you to check out if you're just wanting something in the background. You want to listen to some dude with a really thick redneck fucking voice, which doesn't sound that way in my head. I haven't said that in a while, but the way that you hear my voice and the way that I hear my voice when I'm editing stuff is not the voice that's in my head. It's not what I sound like in here at all. There is no accent in my head. I cannot hear the accent in my head. I know, it's weird, I know. Yeah, so that also just leaves me to say thank you once again. And until next time, later.